Hey guys, I'm SKV and you're watching SKVplaysON and welcome to another video of SOULMASK. Today we'll be talking about and also slightly showcasing some of the changes that the weapons got in the recent update. Let's go. So the first change we're looking at is the Greatsword. The Greatsword mastery for the strike slash has been adjusted to where it knocks down the enemy by slashing their legs and then retreats back a small distance. And when you press the basic attack button again at this time, when it retreats back, it will perform a powerful leaping slash, dealing critical damage and putting the target into a coma. So this is what it's going to look like. Check this out. As soon as you do that retreat, immediately press light attack after this special. And they'll be dazed for a few seconds, which does a lot of damage on them. They'll be in a coma, basically. Okay, for this next Greatsword mastery skill, Assault, I'm going to be using another tribesman since they have the Assault mastery skill unlocked. And this one says that using the Assault will do a quick charge towards the target, which does a surprise attack. And using it 3 times will let you do a rapid thrust combo on the 4th time when you use it. And this particular rapid thrust combo, if you land it consecutively on the enemy, or the 3 consecutive hits, if you land it, you will be able to shatter the super armor on the target that you're kind of fighting. Let me show you. Check this out now. You saw that rapid thrust? So you get this 1, 2, and 3. You saw that, right? 1, 2, and 3. So if it's a continuous 3 hits that you use with your special or your mastery skill, it has to be quick consecutive ones, not like a gap after equipping the sword on your shoulder like that. It has to be while in action. 1, 2, and then 3. On the 3rd one, you'll be able to do that double jab or rapid combo. That will help you get rid of the super armor. Now going to the next one. The next one we're looking at is our counter lifesteal, which you can see right here. This one has been changed in such a way that now you gain super armor whenever you get attacked by your enemy. So whenever your enemy attacks you, you gain super armor. And whenever you do get attacked, this particular skill already had a auto counter where it will counter attack your target, and it converts 30% damage that will be dealt will be given to you as healing effect. But if in case it is an NPC that does it, not you controlling it, if it's your companion that does it, they'll get 60% of the healing from the life steal effect. Also, you should know, attacking with a Greatsword converts 10% of damage dealt into healing. So when you're attacking also, you'll be getting healing. Now let me show you what this looks like. Here we go. Okay, I got some damage on me now, and I'm going to activate this. Ready for it? You can see the super armor when I get hit, and also the counter attack that happens, and I get healing as well. And when you attack, you get 10% of healing done as well. You can see the green points when you do hit. There is the last one, which is the salted fish. I'm currently using a mod, so it's not shown here in my particular list of mastery skills for the greatsword. But the salted fish, what it does is it does a sudden heavy attack which deals a lot of damage, and this damage will kind of put the target into a daze. They'll kind of be very wobbly, and it has a 50% chance that this particular target that gets hit by the salted fish attack from your greatsword, they will miss their hits whenever they try to attack you back. So it has a 50% chance, but this is there only for 10 seconds. So you will put them into a daze when you kind of use the heavy hit from the salted fish, and it will kind of put them into a daze and they'll miss the hits. But that's the greatsword related changes. Now going to the next one, which is the single blade. Let's go. The single blade mastery skill that got a change was the turn slash. And turn slash, it concentrates strength on the right arm before unleashing a fatal slash. So this is how it works. When you activate this turn slash on the single blade, it starts charging up, or it kind of starts accumulating strength on your right arm. Let me show you. I'm going to activate it now. For 10 seconds, you can see that electric effect around me. That electric effect that you see right now, it only stays for 10 seconds, and it will accumulate a bit of strength on my arm for 10 seconds. If I hit the target in front of me, that particular target will not be able to lock on to me or any of my allies within 5 meters of me. The allies within 5 meters will also not be targeted by ranged attacks from other NPCs that might be targeting my allies or companions. Now, let me show you how this works on an NPC. First, I'm gonna show you without the strength. I did 372. Now, I'm using this. I did 689. It stays only for 10 seconds. They won't be able to lock on to me, and they will miss most of the long-ranged hits. You can see the amount of damage it can do. But again, the single blade, it only stays for 10 seconds. But when you use it, it accumulates strength. You can see that lightning effect around my character. And then when you use it against your target or enemy, that particular enemy will not be able to target you or lock on to you. And they will not be able to lock on to any of my allies or companions within 5 meters of range from me. And also any ranged NPCs like bow users, they will not be able to target the allies that were within this radius for 10 seconds. So it kinda helps to stick together when you are with a single blade user with the turn slash. Going to the next one now. Okay, coming to gauntlets changes, we have the revolving kick and the two-strike kick, which have a fast approach now towards the enemies. This is a fast approach effect. Let me show you what it looks like when you use it within 10 meters of the enemy or your target. fast approach effect, so you'll be pretty quick. Now going to the next one, we have the slip punch, which is a bit complicated, but let me tell you, this one will be active for 50 seconds, and while it's active, it has different ways of you using the gauntlet from different angles and doing different hits in different angles. For example, left, right, back and front. These angles, when you do hits, it will give you some type of a buff. Activate it. First, you need to activate it and then dodge, punch, dodge, punch, dodge. You can see how the stamina recovers. But you need to make sure it's active, by the way, that 50 seconds of it is active. While this is active, there are other things that you can do as well. For example, so basically after hitting the target from behind, within the 5 seconds, if you hit from front, they will ignore the defense of the target and you'll do more damage. Now, the same thing, if you do a forward punch and then within the 5 seconds go to the back and hit the enemy within this 5 seconds from the back, you will break the target's super armor. So hitting them from front and then immediately going behind them will be able to do super armor breakdown. Now the same thing, if you do a left and right or right and left, you will be able to get 5 seconds of super armor and a 10-second resilience down buff that drains an extra 10 resilience from the target itself per hit. So agile footwork is the key, is what it says. So let me show you what I can do. Now I'm going to activate it. 50 seconds, lock onto the target, dodge. You hit from front and go back and hit them. So it is key for footwork. Also, you can gain stamina back. Dodge left, dodge right. So this helps a lot. You can see the super armor also when you hit something. When you're hitting something, you get super armor. It says the cooldown is 60 seconds, which means there's going to be a 10-second time interval for you to use this again. Not 1 minute. It was not 1 minute. It was 10 seconds. You don't have to. The whole thing is going to be active for 50 seconds, but after the 50 seconds, the extra 10 seconds is the time that you have to wait before using it again. The whole active part is going to be 60 seconds, but the 51st seconds, the first 50 seconds of this 60-second cooldown is the one where you will be able to use different dodge styles and then the different buffs that you can get. So basically, you can see this. You dodge. You can see left and right. You can build up your super armor while doing that. Now moving on to the next one. This next change is a bit of a unique one for the gauntlets. It's the defend mastery skill. Now what it says is you will take up a defensive stance when you activate this. Blocking an enemy attack will drain the attacker's resilience and it will boost the user's damage for the next 5 attacks. So whatever incoming attack you block, you will be able to boost your next 5 attacks with this particular defensive stance. And you should know that these 5 attacks will ignore the defense of the target. If the user, that is another feature of this defensive stance, if the user of this stance defends successfully a projectile weapon such as arrows or throwing axes that are thrown towards the player. If they time it correctly, they will catch and throw this thing back at the attacker, and doing so, the attacker will be damaged and also will be knocked down. While doing the throwback, the player will be immune, or the unit will be immune to any damage during this throwback. So let me just show you a bit of a defensive stance. You see that? You can dodge. So you'll definitely you can see that, right? So after dodging, you'll see that red glow on your weapon. That's your next 5 attacks getting a strength boost or attack boost. There, see that? I just now threw the arrow back. You can throw the arrow back like that. And you can see my gauntlets are glowing now. So the damage is more. Check this out. You have to time it right. And you can throw back whatever projectile you get. This is a really cool trick shot. And I really like this. I'll be using this a lot. That is so cool. And it knocks them down too, which is really good. But yeah, you gotta make sure that when they do shoot, you have to time it right. Anyways, moving on to the next one now. Also, you must know they have added a new mastery skill for gauntlets. I haven't unlocked it yet. I don't know if it's going to be a gold one or if it's going to be a normal mastery, called the Quaking Strike. Leaps into the air and slams down with thunderous force, knocking enemies airborne. Enemies who fail to block this attack will be unable to recover HP. Will not affect bosses. This does not affect bosses, it only affects normal NPCs. I don't know about elites either, or any other like guards, but bosses will not be affected is what it says. So that's a new addition to the gauntlets, and gauntlets have been kind of buffed up nicely, it seems. Okay, so this next one is a hammer related mastery skill change, where they've added status effect, which is granted to the Lament of Earth Splitting. This is the skill, the gold skill for the hammer, and it says you get crit damage up to 20%. Using normal hammer attacks will inflict a lot of earth splitting damage and will also knock down the target. So let's check it out how this goes. We have 2 of them this time. And both of them got knocked down with a normal attack. And you can see the crit damage. And done. Now moving on to the shields. Now this next one we're gonna check out is the shield related mastery skill. This one is called Get Poised Before Strike. They have given you a cooldown rather than a bit of a condition where you lose the effect after the next hit. So they've given a bit of a duration for it. Gains a 30-second buff, it says. Each successful defense with the shield will recover 10% of max stamina and will boost your own attack by 0.5%. It will go up to a max of HP plus 5, stacking up to 5 times for 50 seconds. Here we go. I'm gonna activate it. You can see the attack bonus, 4 stacks, 5 stacks, and it's gonna be there for 50 seconds. Every time they keep hitting, I get an increase in the attack bonus. And you'll also see that I'm healing immediately after the hit. But since this guy is only doing unarmed punches, basically without any weapons, so you can see just the numbers going down just a little bit and then immediately healing. I can use a spear, and you can see the spear glowing. That's the attack boost. I can hold down and let me get some stacks. 2 stacks, 3 stacks, 4 stacks, and 5 stacks. Now I have basically 1.1 second later, you'll see that I'm getting healing done very quickly also. You saw the green points, that's the healing. I got healing from that. So that's how your Poised shield skill is going to work. Get poised before strike. Anyways, moving on to the next one. The next weapon we're using is the spear, and spear has 3 changes, one of which is the addition of a new spear mastery skill. Now what this one says is, added a new spear mastery skill, Terrorizing Lunge. Leaps forth, striking the enemy with a spear, dealing damage and stunning them. Gains 100% additional crit rate for the next 2 seconds. So you're gonna do a huge leap forward and you'll strike the enemy with the spear, dealing damage and stunning them. Now coming to the next spear mastery skill, we'll be talking about the leap stab. So the leap stab is something that leaps forward and delivers fatal airborne strike. That obviously from the name itself you can get to know. But dealing massive damage and inflicting a 5-second debuff on the enemy is what is going to happen, causing them to take 1% of their max HP as extra damage up to 200. Marking target. You saw what it can do, and of course it does take down the resilience, as you saw the yellow bar quickly go down, and that NPC was susceptible for a finisher. So the resilience will go down the more you do hits. So that you can always make sure you can kind of get done so that you'll get more finishers. Now going to the next one, it is your gold skill called the Overturn. I'm currently near the Flint tribe barracks again in the rainforest. Now we have some archers. You can see one archer. See, it goes and hits the enemy back as well. Let me show you how that works. You can see that when I deflect the arrow, it goes and hits the enemy. Check this out now. See, 189 damage, 201 damage. So as long as you have a good stamina pool, you should be able to use this more better. There, and I took him down. Well, that's about it, guys, for this particular changes that we saw for the mastery skills of a few weapons. Thank you guys for watching, and also hope you guys enjoyed this bit of a showcase that I did for the different changes for mastery skills. And yeah, please do subscribe and like this video if you did. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Until then, a sayonara, a tata, a see you, and a bye bye.